Joins us now from Miami. Appreciate you being here, Congresswoman.
Thank you so much.
Start with this. Secretary Kerry has said that he believes that he can help persuade members of Congress in hopes that it will be policy, not politics, that takes precedence here. Is it possible to persuade anyone on this deal, or have folks on the Hill largely made up their mind?
Well, that's going to be a pretty tough sell. I've got a bridge in the middle of the Everglades that perhaps I could have a better chance of selling. And why will this be a tough sell? Because, first of all, Congress, in a strong bipartisan manner, has been telling the White House, Secretary Kerry and President Obama, don't go to the United Nations tomorrow. Don't go to the United Nations Security Council. And what do they do in a strong bipartisan manner? That's our message. They go to the UN Security Council. So before Congress even has the official review period, which begins tomorrow on Monday, already the UN is going to be lifting the sanctions.
What message
and that sends a wrong message.
I was going to say, what message does that send to Congress that while you guys have 60 days to review it, the White House is already moving forward on implementing it?
Well, it's telling us that they're going to roll over us. They don't really care what Congress thinks. They're going to go through the motions, but already the toughest sanctions, which are the 6 UN Security Council resolutions, which say dismantle the nuclear infrastructure, don't build it up, you've got to bring everything down, that's going to go down. And another thing that's very important is that the UN Security Councils don't just deal with the nuclear capability, but also they deal with ICBM, the ballistic missiles. They deal with the arms embargo.
And the sanctions that
Kerry told us, that's right, and he told us during the negotiations, all we're doing is nuclear related. But yet when it comes to lifting the sanctions, everything is going to get lifted. And so now we have a 60-day that begins on Monday. We will only be able to control our sanctions.
Congresswoman, I want to just get this one question as it relates to the congressional sanctions, because we only have a couple of seconds left. As it relates to the congressional sanctions that you can control, if there is a vote by Congress that goes then to the White House, President has promised a veto of any bill overriding his decision. My question is this: do you think you have enough Democrats on the other side of the aisle to vote with you to override a presidential veto and actually try to put some teeth into any type of congressional action?
That is the key question, and that's why it's important to keep this debate in a bipartisan manner, and that's what we will be doing in our Foreign Affairs Committee hearing, as well as when Secretary Kerry comes before us in Congress this week. AIPAC, the premier pro-Israel, pro-U.S. Israel group, has come out against this deal. That's very important. I think that the Democratic members need to look at this not as a legacy for the president. This is not personal. This is about protecting U.S. national security interests and those of our strongest ally, the safety of Israel. Those are the terms that we need to look at this deal and not make it a personal or a partisan matter at all.
Well, we'll see if the president can try to get the votes, or whether your arguments will prevail, as J Street, the other big Israeli lobby, is now spending millions in advertising supporting the deal. Congresswoman Ileana Ros-Lehtinen joining us from Miami. Thank you for your insights, ma'am.